Once a bustling thoroughfare in the heart of England, Stocksbridge Bypass had fallen into a state of disrepair. Its eerie silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and creaking of ancient trees, sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to traverse its desolate path. But little did they know, the true horrors that awaited them were far more sinister than they could ever imagine. Legend had it that Stocksbridge Bypass was built upon an ancient burial ground, where countless souls found their eternal rest. The spirits, disturbed by the intrusion of the modern world, sought revenge on the living. Locals whispered tales of phantom hitchhikers, their ethereal forms appearing at night to unsuspecting motorists, only to vanish into thin air moments later. It was on a foggy autumn evening that John Anderson, a seasoned journalist with a penchant for unraveling mysteries, decided to investigate the haunting of Stocksbridge Bypass. Armed with his trusty tape recorder and a heart filled with curiosity, he parked his car by the side of the road, the engine's idle hum becoming an eerie soundtrack to the unfolding terror. As dusk settled, the air grew thick with an otherworldly presence. John could almost taste the anticipation as he stepped out of his car, his footsteps muffled by the dampened ground. An icy breeze sent a shiver down his spine, urging him forward into the unknown. As he ventured deeper into the darkness, John's senses became attuned to the whispers that danced on the wind. Faint cries and mournful moans echoed around him, the haunting symphony of a tortured past. His heart pounded in his chest, threatening to give away his fear to the unseen entities that surrounded him. Suddenly, a flicker of movement caught John's eye. Through the dense fog, he glimpsed a figure standing at the edge of the road. Its spectral form beckoned him closer, an irresistible pull that defied reason. Entranced, John followed, his journalistic instincts warring with his instinct for self-preservation. As he drew nearer, the figure revealed itself to be a young woman, dressed in an ethereal gown. Her eyes, empty voids of darkness, held a sorrow that pierced John's soul. She extended a pale hand, her voice a mere whisper, "Help me." Compelled to assist, John reached out to touch her, only to recoil in horror as her form disintegrated into a swirl of mist. The air grew thick with malevolence, as if the spirits of the ancient burial ground were closing in on him. Panic surged through his veins, and he ran, his footsteps pounding against the earth as he desperately tried to escape the clutches of the unseen realm. Finally, he reached his car, his hands trembling as he fumbled with the keys. The engine roared to life, and he sped away from Stocksbridge Bypass, leaving behind the ghosts of the past. John Anderson would never forget that night, haunted by the experience that defied explanation. And as long as Stocksbridge Bypass stood, its spectral inhabitants would continue to lure unsuspecting souls into their realm, forever bound to wander the ghostly road. To this day, the legends persist, warning all who dare to tread upon that accursed path. The haunting of Stocksbridge Bypass serves as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left undisturbed, and that the boundaries between the living and the dead are far more permeable than we would care to admit.